Hi everyone, my name is Bob Olson, and I'm the founder and president of the Robert Olson Wealth Group, a family wealth advisory firm that specializes in guiding clients through the dangers and complexities of today's financial world. We work primarily with families of affluent, older couples that are approaching or enjoying their retirement years. That means couples that are age 50 to age 70. We also work with a smaller group of successful younger families and single individuals as well. The vast majority of our clients are busy and active in a wide variety of areas and value the opportunity to delegate a large number of financial tasks to a trusted firm of wealth professionals. This doesn't mean that they give up any individual or personal control. It simply means that they're willing to assign the implementation of their financial goals to experts that specialize in taxes, investments, estate planning, and retirement-related money issues. I've been a practicing CPA for more than 35 years now. I'm also a certified financial planner, a registered investment advisor, and hold a number of other licenses and designations that all relate to our primary areas of practice, which are taxation. We implement strategies that minimize or eliminate income tax for our clients, especially in their retirement years. Most experts agree that because of the current level of excessive government spending and the demographic trends that are currently in place right now, taxes will most likely be increasing dramatically in the future. So this component of what we do for our clients is becoming more and more important. Investments. We manage, monitor, and optimize our clients' investment funds using proprietary investment models and methodologies so that our clients can rest easy knowing that their basic retirement income will never run out. They also benefit by being able to maximize their investment returns in good financial market conditions while minimizing losses, risk, and volatility in bad market conditions. Estate planning. We craft and implement custom-designed estate plans for each of our clients. With a written estate plan in place, everyone has a much higher chance of success when it comes to passing on their financial legacy with a minimum of time, cost, and heartache. Retirement strategies. We help our clients maximize their Social Security retirement benefits, which is the foundation for all retirement income planning. We then allocate and rebalance our clients' financial assets so that a series of other income sources are created that will provide our clients with monthly income that they will never run out of. In short, we assist our clients in building and preserving their family's wealth so that they can live their lives with dignity and without financial worry. How do we accomplish all of this? Well, we accomplish these objectives through a series of unique concepts and frameworks that we've developed over the years. The presentation that I'm about to share with you deals with the investment component of our family's wealth picture. This video discusses one specific investment model that we often blend with other investment models in order to achieve the financial results that our clients are seeking. I've created a series of additional presentations on all of the specific models and methodologies that we are currently using. Please feel free to browse through the video page of our website for these other presentations. One final note before we get started. This presentation is primarily educational in nature. It's designed and crafted for our existing clients who are seeking some additional information or a refresher on how we invest client funds. And it's also designed for our prospective clients that would like to gather some additional information on our unique investment philosophy and unique methodologies. There's no sales pitch, there's nothing to buy, and no need for you to pull out your credit card. So rest easy and just sit back, listen, and enjoy the presentation. Let's get to work. I call this the STAR Min-Max model. STAR is an acronym for Simple, Trend, and rank. And the min-max refers to the fact that instead of using an all in the financial markets or all out of the financial markets protocol, this model uses a sliding scale with a maximum percentage and minimum percentage for equity exposure depending upon current market conditions. I know what you might be thinking here. Here we go again, another investment model? Well, that's exactly right. I am constantly fine-tuning our existing models and creating new ones that fit specific clients or investment situations. Because let's be honest, today we live in a world that is constantly changing and changing more rapidly than ever before. Technology is improving by leaps and bounds. Financial markets are now interconnected with a mouse click, and clients are demanding more customized solutions for their unique situations. So, how is the star min-max model different than our other models? All of our other models use an all-in or all-out protocol, depending upon current market conditions. This model uses a sliding scale depending on the specific client risk profile. When market conditions are good, we allocate the maximum percentage to equities. That happens to be either 60% or 90%. And when market conditions are poor, we allocate the minimum percentage to equities. That happens to be either 20% or 10%. With this model, we are always in the financial markets, even bear markets, even though the percentages may be small. On the flip side, in bull markets, we are never fully in the financial markets. There is always at least a small percentage of bond exposure as well. This model is also very well suited for use in employer-sponsored plans, such as 401ks, since rebalancing is done quarterly, and 401k plans tend to offer investment options like index-based mutual funds that fit this type of model well. Here is how the star min-max model actually works. The first question we always ask ourselves is this: should we be exposed to the financial markets at this time? In other words, are the financial markets in a bullish condition or in a bearish condition? And therefore, should we be in equities or in bonds? We ask this question on a quarterly basis on the first day of January, April, July, and October. Based on our fact-based quantitative criteria, such as momentum, relative strength, rate of change, nearness to 52-week highs, and other measurements of performance, if either domestic or international equity markets are up, then equities are assigned the maximum allocation percentage for that model, and the 5 highest performing equity sectors are used for that quarter. If neither the domestic nor the international equity markets are up, then equities are assigned the minimum allocation percentage, and the remaining balance is allocated to a series of bond investments. So, at the beginning of every quarter, if equities are in an upward trending condition, then we select the 5 highest performing market capitalization-based exchange-traded funds. Examples would be small cap growth, mid cap blend, or large cap value. We use equal percentages for these top 5 pieces. We've developed 2 distinct varieties of this model: conservative and balanced. Conservative is most appropriate for a client that is age 70 plus, is experiencing some medical issues, perhaps one of the spouses has passed away, the children are all educated and gone from the house is paid off, and the surviving spouse is retired and hasn't been actively employed for many years. This is for clients that are very conservative, just like it sounds. Balanced is most appropriate for clients that have just entered retirement, both spouses are still alive, no major medical issues yet, the kids are educated and gone, the house is paid off, and both spouses are not actively employed, although one might still be doing some part-time work. These clients are seeking a little higher return, but also want to be protected from major downturns when a bear market occurs. The equity exposure levels for conservative are either 60% on the high end or 20% on the low end. The equity exposure levels for balanced are either 90% on the high end or 10% on the low end. Over the last 15 and a half years, this is how this model has worked. 8 maximum periods and 7 minimum periods of time. The light green portions of the chart are max periods, and the light purple portions are the min periods. This chart represents 6 different scenarios that I originally examined. The S&P 500 on the bottom, a pure bond fund, which has a ticker symbol of VBMFX, which is a Vanguard bond fund, is in yellow, and then 4 different varieties of the min-max strategy. As you can see, each combination of percentages results in a slightly different result profile, from 10% and 30% on the low end to 0 and 100% on the high end. Over the 15-and-a-half-year period, there were a total of 62 quarters. Of the 62 quarters, 43 of them had the maximum allocation assigned to them, approximately 70% of the time, and 19 of them had the minimum allocation assigned, approximately 30% of the time. Of the 43 maximum quarters, 30 of those resulted in positive returns and 13 in negative returns, which is a winning percentage of approximately 70%. Of the 19 minimum quarters, 16 of those resulted in positive returns and 3 in negative returns, which is a winning percentage of approximately 84%. This chart compares the conservative variety of the STAR Min-Max model to the S&P 500 over the last 15.5 years. A fictitious investment of $500,000 was made on January 1st of 2001. With the STAR Min-Max model, it has grown to approximately $2 million with a compound average growth rate of 10.02% and a Riskalyze number of 35. Once again, Riskalyze is a risk assessment software tool that we use with our clients, and the scale is from a low of 1 to a high of 99. The S&P 500, on the other hand, had a compound average growth rate of 3.12%, and the $500,000 grew to a little more than $780,000 with a Riskalyze number of 75, almost twice the risk of the STAR Min-Max model in the conservative flavor. There is one final statistic that I believe is very important. That is the maximum drawdown percentage shown on the lower right-hand side of the slide. This means that during any downtrending market, the difference between the top of the market and the bottom of the market is the drawdown percentage. Another way to look at this is the percentage of investment funds you would have lost in any one single period of time. The STAR Min-Max model, conservative, as you can see, had a maximum drawdown of 13.5%, and this occurred at the end of October 2008. The S&P 500, on the other hand, had a maximum drawdown of 56.8%, and this occurred at the end of March 2009. That is a significant difference. You can also see the annual rates of return along with a comparison to the S&P 500 along the bottom of the chart from 2001 through 2015. Please notice 2008. The Star Min-Max model achieved a positive annual rate of return of 3.6%. Not terrific, but the S&P 500 that year was down 38.5%. This second page of the chart shows some additional technical information concerning the investment model, as well as one interesting item that I'd like to mention. Right in the middle of the page, I've added an annual wealth advisory fee of 1.3% to all of the numbers, since that is what we normally charge for a $500,000 account. All of the rate of return numbers shown on the previous page are net of this 1.3% wealth advisory fee. So the advisory fee has already been included. This chart compares the balanced variety of the Star Min-Max model to the S&P 500 over the last 15.5 years. A fictitious investment of $500,000 was made on January 1st of 2001. With the Star Min-Max model balanced variety, it has grown to a little more than $2.7 million, with a compound average growth rate of 12.39% and a Riskalyze number of 39. Once again, Riskalyze is a risk assessment software tool that we use with our clients, and the scale is from a low of 1 to a high of 99. The S&P 500, on the other hand, had a compound average growth rate of 3.12%. And the $500,000 grew to a little more than $780,000, with a Riskalyze number of 75, almost twice the risk of the Star Min-Max model. There is one final statistic that I believe is very important. That is the maximum drawdown percentage shown on the lower right-hand side of the slide. This means that during any downtrending market, the difference between the top of the market and the bottom of the market is the drawdown percentage. Another way to look at this is the percentage of investment funds that you would have lost in any one single period of time. The Star Min-Max model, as you can see, had a maximum drawdown of 14.6%, and this occurred at the end of July 2010. The S&P 500, on the other hand, had a maximum drawdown of 56.8%, and this occurred at the end of March 2009. You can also see the annual rates of return along the bottom as they're compared to the S&P 500 from 2001 through 2015. Please notice 2008, the Star Min-Max model achieved a positive annual rate of return of 7.9% that year, whereas the S&P 500 was down 38.5%. Not bad. Here's the second page of the chart with the additional technical information, including the advisory fee of 1.3%, which has been added into all of the figures. Let's summarize. In bull markets, we use the top 5 performers out of 9 different capitalization-based exchange-traded funds. In bear markets, we use top-performing bond ETFs, and rebalancing occurs on the first day of each quarter. Here's the bottom line for this particular model. It's a very good performer, but it's not for everybody. And even for those that it is appropriate for, it's best used as a piece, not all, of the client's portfolio. In a later video, I will review the advantages of blending investment models in order to enhance return and minimize the risk of loss. But for now, I'd like to make sure that everybody understands that each one of our core 4 investment models, conservative, balanced, growth, and growth leveraged, is, in fact, a blended portfolio of more than one single investment approach. I've found that this is the most effective way to enhance returns and lower the risk of loss. Which blended investment approach is most appropriate for you? Well, that's an individualized decision that is usually based on age, health, tax situation, amount of income that you own that is guaranteed, family status, personality, etc. As I mentioned earlier in this presentation, we also have each of our clients complete a specialized risk assessment called Riskalyze, which gives us an actual number to use when assessing which approach is most appropriate. Well, that's it for now. Feel free to browse around our website on the video pages for new and updated content if you're looking for more information. This is the standard disclaimer page that I need to provide everybody with, so go ahead and read it quickly if you'd like. It basically says that the information in this presentation is general in nature, and if you'd like to implement any of these concepts, you should seek out a trained professional to craft a specific program for your individual needs. It also says that there are no guarantees in the financial markets, and I believe everybody understands that. We'll talk a little bit more about guarantees and where to get those in some of my other presentations. Thanks for watching and listening. I hope this information has been useful. If you like what you saw, I have a lot more. I'll be releasing new video presentations periodically and updating the old ones as well. If you'd like to get access to this educational information, make sure you provide me with your name and email address, and I'll definitely add you to a special list I've created so that you can receive notifications about new educational content when it becomes available. You can do this by making your way back to the home page of our website and completing the Join Our Free Email List box in the upper right-hand corner. Once again, thanks for watching and listening. I'll talk to you soon.